Mr. Nara, thank you for being with us. Welcome. We're really happy to partner with previous partners on hosting you here. I'm at the Bay Area Council. We're the regional organization for the business community in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley. We do a lot of tech work, do a lot of global work, and we're always pleased when senior visitors come from around the world, especially from India. So thanks so much for being here. A lot of this links to the AI mission in India and the AI summit coming up in New Delhi just after the turn of the year. So there's sort of a feed in to that entire process. I think Andhra Pradesh is a particularly interesting place for us because I think Google's largest investment, I think in the world, certainly in India, is in the state of Andhra Pradesh, so a big vote of confidence in what's happening in leadership in Andhra Pradesh. So they're very relevant to us here. So we're hoping from this conversation, anybody here will have the opportunity to follow up on anything that we talked about today. I think we're a pretty intimate group. We can maybe just introduce ourselves briefly, and then we'd love to hear from you.
Well, I'm Vish Mishra. I've been in Delhi for 48 years, in America for 58 years. So I went to school in BHU, and age 22 graduated, and immediately came to America. So never lived or worked a single day in my life in India, but I always kept in touch with India. So a technology professional turned technology entrepreneur turned technology venture capitalist. And we decided to go to India, to invest in India, 2004. Before Silicon Valley people, VC discovered India, we said, okay, India is going to be rising, middle class rising, a lot of people have jobs, careers, etc. So we allocated, and we funded a lot of companies. Many we shut down, as you know, typical stuff. But we have two companies left in the portfolio, huge. One company called Billus. This electronic bill payment company, that's our company, $5 billion valuation for this company. 3 IT guys from Bombay, they were early 30s, okay, we funded them. I got to meet your father, okay, I think I mentioned it last time. I happened to be part of Bill Clinton's presidential delegation. We went to India in 2000 to discover because the US was, and of course, Hyderabad was the city that hosted him, and I finally go there. So I remember vividly, your dad was known even back that time, the laptop toting, PowerPoint slide, high-tech, chief minister, no one like him anywhere in the world, okay, not just in India, but nowhere in the world. And I remember Bill Clinton was on the stage, he said, well, there's no way I can match your skill. So I just have to give my speech from memory while you can show your PowerPoint slides. So I fell in love with Hyderabad. I'm on the board of a company that started in Hyderabad currently, and then they operate in Costa Rica, plus, I've sit on multiple boards and stuff like that. But anyway, so that's the kind of long background, all in tech all my life. Okay, so.
Great, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Luke Kowalski, I'm a Senior Vice President at Oracle, and we have a very, very large presence in India, both from a data center employee and innovation ecosystem perspective. So very, very glad to be here and scanning all the impressive statistics on the posters already. So thank you for the visit.
My name is Song Yun. I'm a managing partner, principal venture partners. We invest in early stage AI native companies. I'm on the board of HP, Hewlett-Packard, and MIT. HP has a big presence in India, of course, and I've been running a gaming company. India has been a very important market for our gaming industry, so really glad to be here.
Thank you.
My name is Benjamin Larson. I'm at AI Safety with the World Economic Forum based in San Francisco, leading work on AI safety when it comes to AI agents and also looking at AGI, where we have a Global Future Council that is looking a bit into the future now. But very nice to meet you and looking forward to the conversation.
Audrey Duet from the World Economic Forum at the Center for AI Excellence. I am head of AI and data innovation. Working with Ben on the latest advances in AI, but also how to use the technology for benefits on climate as well as security and governance. So we have a lot of work on that, and we work closely with India with the Center for AI Excellence over there.
Hi, Abhishek. I work with Government of Andhra Pradesh. I had an agency called Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. We are responsible for creation of all the industrial parks, facilitating. We have a land bank of around 2 lakh acres. So that's what we do.
Hi, my name is Nilay Varma. I'm a CEO of a company called Primus Partners, which is India's largest owned Big Four consulting firm. But I've spent about 20 years in Big Four consulting before this. And I think the biggest thing for me in my introduction is I work with the leadership of the government of Andhra Pradesh, which is one of the most progressive. So when you spoke about at that particular point of time, things haven't changed. He's still the chief minister who people look up to, and I guess now he also is supported very well by our honorable minister. And I think Google's expansion in India was really an example of how the new leadership is driving growth in our state. And we're really looking forward for today's conversation because honorable minister has always said we need to learn how it's not about just data centers, but how the ecosystem is to be developed, and really looking forward to your inputs and thoughts.
So I'm Lokesh Nara. I'm the Minister for Human Resource Development, IT Electronics, Real-Time Governance. So it's three ministries under me. A little bit of my background, I did my bachelor's at Carnegie Mellon, worked at the World Bank for 2 years, again in e-governance. No surprises there, and then 2 years at Stanford MBA. I went back to the family business for about 5 years, till my wife, who's also Stanford MBA, decided to come back and kick me out of the business. Ended up in politics, so I've been a full-time politician now for almost 13 years. So, Andhra Pradesh, the state that I represent, is one of the youngest states in India. We are about a $180 billion economy, aspiring to be a $2.4 trillion economy. That means we need to grow at a CAGR of 15% year on year. And the way we've approached this growth is a clusterization. So we have chosen roughly about 20 subjects or clusters that we believe we should focus on. Automotive, renewable energy, electronics, compressed biogas, ports, aqua, all the way up to, of course, AI, data city, and the whole ecosystem. But what excites me in these clusters is the vertical and horizontal integration. So how do I capture the entire value of the ecosystem? So an example would be is, let's take a mobile phone, right? What are all the components that go into a mobile phone? And now those components is what I call are the verticals, and who are all the guys who make them? How do we put this together? The horizontal is again my education portfolio. Education, skilling, testing, and certification. So this is the approach that we've taken as a state. So to give you a few numbers out, 9% of Kia's global manufacturing comes out of my state. About 50% of India's air conditioning is made in my state. And with the 3 new deals done, we'll be at 70% in about 24 months. Renewable energy, we are among the top 5 in the country. So now we want to be either 1, if not 2, in the sectors that we operate in. So this is in automotive, drones, space. We're doing this in electronics manufacturing. We're doing this in medical devices, pharma, chemical, IT, of course, IT services, the entire data city. So that's been a very regimented approach in the way we believe that clusters have to be built out, and that's what makes, again, Andhra Pradesh very unique. The other thing is 3 clear reasons why Andhra Pradesh is, with all humility, able to do it better than my peers. One is we have a leadership which is proven. Mr. Naidu is a proven track record. This is his 4th term, but backed by a very young team. 50% of our legislatures are first-timers. 17 out of the 25 ministers are first-timers. So I'm a second-time minister, so I'm actually one of the more senior ones in this cabinet. So that gives you an understanding of the passion and energy that we bring to the table. The second reason is speed of doing business. So what other states cannot deliver and what we deliver is speed, and on a consistent basis. So we track each and every MOU that we do. There's a proper rigorous process around it. Abhishek and his colleague Saikan both had that initiative. Everything is tracked, ensure that the ground there, it's a smooth journey together. Investments over a certain number, get a WhatsApp group, and I'm on the group and I follow up on things. So I'm on close to now 30 groups, and we have a mechanism to follow. And there are a lot of Indian business houses which are diversified. They invest across sectors. So actually I have a briefing document which gets updated on a weekly basis that I send to the promoter of those companies saying, here's the update on your projects, including the Tatas, Adanis, Ambanis of the world, right? That's the way we work. So we bring in tremendous amount of professionalism. Just to give you a few numbers, 16 months from the day I had the first Zoom call with Aditya Mittal, we're going to break ground on India's largest steel plant. 16 months. We finished the environmental clearances, the hearings are done, land is being given, R&R is happening. Next month, January, we will break ground. So that's 16 months. The conversation with Google is about 13 months. Vikas and I agreed 12 months, we took a month more. 13 months done, we announced it. We're going to break the ground around March next year, after the budget is done. So Cognizant is doing one of the largest centers in my state. Conversation with Ravi happened in Jan at Davos, and we're breaking ground on 12th of this month. So pace at which we are able to get things done that India has not seen, and that positions ourselves quite well. The third reason is what I call double-engine bullet train. In India we have this term called double-engine sarkar, that is double-engine government. It's the same party at the federal level and at the state level. It brings in greater alignment. Democrats are the president and the governor has greater alignment or vice versa. Trump would like it vice versa. So we have that. But what we have is, though we are a regional political establishment, we play a very important role in the federal dispensation. And Mr. Naidu is known to positively influence policy in the interest, of course, of the nation, and the state gets a first mover advantage. Case in point, ArcelorMittal project. Case in point, what we have done with Google. And Mr. Naidu is known for it. This is his fourth term. He's done this dozens of times in his first 3 terms. So that's why we are very unique, well positioned, and that's why you hear about us a lot more in the last 18 months than any other state in India. So yeah, we are really excited. And coming to AI, and why we are here, right? So for us, we believe that the investment of Google is just the beginning. I believe it's a catalyst. Today we spent almost 2 hours with the leadership team of Google to look at how can we now leverage upon it. Of course, I want to create more jobs. How do I look at the manufacturing, the build out? You will have to replace all the servers. There's the end of life. How do you do manufacturing? So all that is my vertical bit. But a horizontal bit is how do I prepare my workforce? So how do I embrace AI? There's no point of resisting it. Change is inevitable. So how do I revamp my curriculum? How do I create cutting edge research happening? This is the kind of approach that we're taking. And my chief minister has this vision of one family, one AI. So can each family member create a use case and how they should use the AI to improve their lives or learn or improve learning outcomes. So think about it from a farmer. Think about it from skill census. So it's a very wacky project that we're doing, which I think we'll present it at the AI Summit in Feb. Imagine we'll be able to assess skills across